So hey there, Spurs Talk, and welcome back to another video. And today we're just talking about the Spurs Media Day. It was Monday, so we're just gonna be looking at Gregg Popovich's interview first, and then go from there. So without any further ado, everybody, let's get the video started. So here we go. So let's get the video started right now. Alright, so hey everyone, I got the press conference here. This is on Gregg Popovich and everything too. They just asked some questions about the summer and everything, the Summer Olympics, and just talking about the expectations for the season and everything too, and talking about the players as well. So it's about a 14-minute clip right here, guys. So let's start right now. I'm gonna give my reaction as the video goes along, and then give my final opinions at the end. So let's start right now, and here we go. And again, guys, it's about a 14-minute video, so let's hit play and let's listen.
The cameras can't, they won't be able to get it unless you sit. Because they can't hear it. They need to like stuff like that would do it? No. You can do it behind the microphone? Yes. Hold on. Please. It's early in the season. I always do what you tell me anyway. Does this work if I stand right here? Oh, good. I don't feel like sitting down. Okay. Fire away. Somebody else. Somebody younger.
They're all young.
Me too. Mikey, what do you got?
Sorry.
Pop, how was your summer, and especially going to Paris for the games?
Actually, Istanbul was more fun. I went there first before I went to Paris. I didn't do a whole lot in Paris. I just went to Victor's games, USA games, the bistro for lunch, and then dinner. That's all I did. But Istanbul was a lot more fun for about seven days.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about just what Chris Paul brings to this team and kind of what you expect from him on the floor?
So yeah, now they're talking about Chris Paul here too.
Well, you all can probably answer that yourselves. You've seen him play for many years. But more than anything, he's going to be a great mentor for our young guys. You know, that if you think about the people who came in when Timmy and Manu and Tony were here, they had good examples to look up to who had been in the league a while and that sort of thing. It's important in a player's development. These guys, for the most part, haven't really had that. You know, even Victor, I mean, obviously he's super talented and that sort of thing, but he needs that also, just like everybody else who's young. So Chris and Harrison Barnes both provide that in spades. With their experiences, their work ethics, you know, their professionalism, I can't even quantify how important that'll be for all the young players. So that's number one. Secondly, you know, Chris, along with Harrison, they have high basketball IQ. I mean, they're going to make mistakes like every player, but in general, they're going to add a lot, decision making and that sort of thing that helps a club win. Yes, sir.
Just speaking more on Chris, he's someone that's talked high about you for years, and now getting the chance to work with him on a day-to-day basis. Just for you personally, how are you feeling about that process?
I've despised Chris for many years. It was difficult to play against him because he's not just the consummate competitor, but he is a clever player. His IQ is off the charts, and it was always difficult because he's thinking ahead of all of us coaches and does that in a winning way. So
So yeah, that's true. What he talks about Chris Paul there too.
He's one of those guys you learn to hate to play against him, but at the same time you respect the hell out of him, and you're almost honored to be on the same court so you can watch him do his thing. So to have him working in our family is pretty special. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to think about having the opportunity to watch him on a day-to-day basis, because it's always been from afar.
Coach, you had a couple guys play international basketball this summer. What do you think that did, playing in a FIBA setting, for those guys overseas, and then also to particularly Victor? How would you assess his play in the Olympics over the summer?
Victor was great. He improved steadily throughout the Olympics and ended up being very formidable. But for all the players over all these years that have played in FIBA and gone in the summertime, it's always a plus.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Summer Olympics and everything, and when me and Team France did pretty good too. They almost won gold, but USA got the gold and Team France got silver. So yeah, when we did pretty good in the Olympics too, in FIBA.
It has been for our players and players on all the other teams, without exception.
Pop, you spoke very highly.
Where are you? Yes, sir.
Pop, you spoke very highly of Spawn Castle in Summer League. I was wondering, how have the plans been changed for his utilization this season, especially at the beginning of the season now that Garrix is going to be on the shelf until later?
I have no idea. I don't know who's going to start. I'm thinking Victor's going to start because I'm really smart. After that, who the hell knows?
Coach Pop's just trolling right there.
We'll see. That's up to them. They'll show me. They'll tell me who's going to start.
Hey, Bob. A little more specifically about Victor's summer and the early.
What if I don't want to?
You don't have to.
Okay. Just want to make that clear.
Do you think I know that by now?
Hit me. No, no.
Specifically, what did you see from him this summer? Physical growth, confidence-wise, everything that he gained from the success that he had with.
So you ask me these questions, and then you give me the answers. You're like one of those commentators on TV. Doesn't it drive you crazy? You're listening, they have a really good guest, but the person interviewing them goes on for like a minute and a half. And you just want to say, shut up and let them answer the question. They just go on and on and on. They want everybody to know how much they know. So, yes, he increased his aggressiveness. See, you're interrupting me already. You're still doing it. You already asked me the question. Thank you, sir. His aggressiveness was the big thing. In physicality, the way you just mentioned, in all honesty. He's understanding what it takes, what he's going to get, and what he has to give back to counter that kind of thing. And FIBA is much more aggressive than the NBA. So it was a wonderful little petri dish for him, so to speak, to be able to have to do that every day and every game. And that's where he really rose as it went along. And secondly, I think you mentioned confidence, and again, you're correct. I think he scored 26 points against the USA team in the finals, that kind of thing. And it was kind of like a David Robinson thing where I didn't really know he had 26 points. You just kind of watch him play, but he did this and he did that and he did a lot of different things. The game would end sometimes with David. I'd say, what the hell did David do tonight? Say, Pop. They'd say 24 points, 12 rebounds, so and so and so and so. It was like that with Victor because he can do so many different things. So those two areas, he was great.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
I'm not mistaken, you had some experience with Harrison Lawrence on the Team USA.
Yes.
What did you learn about him through that experience?
That's basically where I fell in love with him. He's one of those Avery Johnson kind of guys. He gets every ounce out of the ability that he has. And he's efficient. He's a leader. He's a great teammate. He just goes to the next play. Whether it was a turnover or makes a three, he's not impressed or depressed. He just goes on and plays. So I gained a great deal of respect for him and have been actually trying to figure out a way to get him here ever since.
Paul,
Yes, sir.
With Victor improving and the additions of Chris and Harrison, what are your expectations for the team? The new lines, maybe playing?
Our expectations are the same as they've been from the first year I coached. We want to be the best possible team we can be, and that's individually as far as development goes, which has obviously been a big factor in the last couple of years, and then team-wise, how to play, what it takes to win, that sort of thing. So those are our goals, and they always have been. Even when we were a championship caliber team, we never said we're going to win this many games and this is what we want to do. It was never a point of discussion at all, and never will be.
What are your expectations for Jeremy?
I want everybody to get better. I have great expectations for every player, both individually and team-wise. That's, you know, he said, well, what area do you want so-and-so to improve in? We want them to improve in all areas. It's not just somebody's got to rebound or somebody's got to shoot or somebody's got to block out better. Somebody's got to be a better assist person. We want everyone to improve in all the facets of the game. Yes, sir.
What do you think about the combination of Chris Paul and Wemby playing together? How will you?
I think it's pretty cool.
When how's their relationship going at all this summer? If you get more time to spend time together, and you're seeing it in practices and stuff.
I have no idea. We haven't had any practices, and they haven't spent a lot of time together. You know, they've been working out and that kind of thing, but I don't know what they do when they go to the locker room. Hopefully it's going well.
Coach, CDC so close when it was the last season with the league. What was the plan for him for this year? Is he going to stay with you guys in the first team?
He's somebody that I've been excited about since day one. You just look at his body, and then you observe his athletic abilities. It's pretty impressive. So with CD, it's a matter of maturation, forming habits, being consistent, and growing in that regard, because it's all there to be a very important player in the program. So we'll see how he progresses.
One more question about Vincent Collet, former international
Sure.
coach. He said very recently that he would love to coach in the NBA one day, and he would love to be here in San Antonio with you and me. Is that something
You mean to fire one of my assistants?
No.
Oh,
Is that something you talked about with him? And
Coach Calais is a good friend. He's a great coach. And, you know, he's like many coaches in Europe. I mean, you don't have to be an American to coach an NBA team. It seems that that's the way it is, you know, when you look at reality. But it's sort of a, you know, unintended prejudice, just like it used to be with players. You know, those guys can't play here. They won't adjust culturally. They don't play defense or whatever it was. And then we all started bringing them over, and people realized that that was baloney. And it's the same with the coaches. There's a bunch of coaches over there that could be doing as good or better job than we're doing. So Coach Calais is definitely in that category.
Coach,
Yes.
Devin Sellers with his injury, have you offered him any supportive advice? And if so, what supportive advice have you offered him?
Work your ass off in rehab.
How is he holding up in rehab?
Great. Does everybody know that? Devin's out? That's out there somewhere? Okay.
When we talked to Chris after he signed, we made a point of the fact that he's not here just to mentor. He really doesn't mentoring at all. Do you sort of respect that? And can that be a big deal by itself, just to lead by example, just to be here to win?
Well, I think the best way to answer that is when he I'm trying to remember where I first spoke with he and Harrison during the summer. We were, I don't know, maybe it was a summer league, I'm not sure, but we were all in the same place, so we got to talk. And he wanted to know, you know, Pop, what do you expect from me? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to play? You know, that kind of thing. And I was very simplistic. I just said, be Chris Paul. That's all I want him to do. I want him to be Chris Paul and play like he's always played. I probably won't coach him a lick. I'll just try to infuse what our strategy is and how we play and what we're looking to do and that kind of thing. Give him as much information as I can, but he's going to play and be Chris Paul. Yes.
You guys expect Zach Collins to be ready to go for the start of training camp?
Zach and Charles will be ready to start training camp. And as you all know, obviously Devin's not. And I think that's it. I think everybody else is ready, right, Tommy? I think.
From what I understand, I think Devin, like early November should be, unless the expectation is over.
I don't know. When somebody's out, they're out. And we concentrate on who's in, and then I walk in the training room every day and say, how's it going in here? That kind of thing. So until they tell me he's ready to go, I don't try to think it's going to be here, it's going to be there. Just go. That's it? Okay. Have a great year. Good to be back.
All right, guys, and that's the end of the press conference right there. My final thoughts and everything too. Coach Pop makes some really good points about everything about the team, about the expectations and everything too. Just let me know. I'm trying to keep the video not too long and everything. It's already like 14 minutes, I think. But just let me know what's your favorite part about the press conference and everything too, down in the comment section down below. I guess this just wraps up the video, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next part. I'll probably will do another video tomorrow too, and just stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay notified on my future videos. Thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, guys, go Spurs go, and I'll see you guys next time. So stay tuned.